Hey, welcome to day 7. Yay, we made it to day 7 of the 1 week to create your movement marketing media kit challenge with me, Iona. So today is a very special day. It is share your MMMK. So the movement marketing media kit challenge, it is about sharing your MMMK challenge with me. You might not be ready to share it after like 7 days, but you can talk about it and you can do your homework within our group. And today the focus is on joint vision partner pitch template. That sounds like a lot, but it's not. So you might be familiar with what they call joint venture partnerships in our coaching industry, meaning collaborations, basically. So you'll see many collaborations, people being interviewed specifically is what I focus on. So you might have seen interviews on TV, on radio, on podcasts, on summits, right? We can do other collaborations, but this media kit is to get featured in the media, that particular media. So it's just a beautiful, beautiful way to showcase what it is that you do. So if you are ready, I'm going to share my mind map with you. I am streaming out on the Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business Success with Iona, my YouTube channel. So if you haven't subscribed, then please subscribe, and you'll get notified when I go live. This is an annual challenge. So I do it live on the 3rd week in September annually, Monday to Sunday, 7 days at 7:30 p.m. at UK time. And I do have Q&A afterwards. So if you haven't registered for the Q&A, then you can do that. No matter when you are coming to watch this, then you can do that and get the next Q&A. If you leave a review for my 5-day spiritual YouTubers challenge, that is at the core of my book, then I will gift you the Q&A. And if you're in my mastermind, Soul Legacy Launch Blueprint, then you will get Q&As. So yes. So joint venture partnerships. I paid 2K to learn. Not even joking, 2K. And that was at the lower level. They actually did, that was an introductory level. And then they actually made an offer. Everybody got a coach and they actually made an offer. And everybody got a one-on-one call and everybody was encouraged to invest another 10K. Don't know what was at that level. A lot of people were like offended, but that was a thing. So it was 2K. And so this is something that I wanted to make a switch on the energy of it. And rather than focusing on joint venture partnerships, which is usually about, come on, build a list, I wanted to focus on legacy building. So I'm the founder of the Soul Legacy Academy and host of the Soul Legacy TV, and I have the Soul Legacy movement. And I wanted to form joint JV, but joint vision partnerships with spiritual entrepreneurs all over the world. I think as spiritual entrepreneurs, we have a movement inside of us, and I wanted to also create a space for you. So that's why I've created the YouTube podcasters partnerships for spiritual entrepreneurs with a movement. So if you know a spiritual entrepreneur who has a movement inside of them, who wants to really get featured out in the media, who is not afraid of being visible, then please share this challenge out, because I think it's going to help them out. It's going to help them get clarity on how to present their business. So with that said, let me jump into my mind map teaching and go for it. And I'm hoping that my internet hangs out for me today. Pray for me, because throughout this challenge it's just been wonky. I am in a different environment and I'm not in my usual home office because I gave up my home to travel and be a spiritual digital nomad, because that is what you do when you've got a vision and a mission. All right, so great. So let me share my mind map with you, and let me know if you've got the template. Let me just go to this comment. I put this on my YouTube channel because you can use my Canva template if you want to model this template that I'm going to share with you. And then you can come into my group, and welcome if you're new in the group, when you're watching this in the group. Hang on. Here we go. If you go to this, and the media kit, if you notice, the URL is stuck to the other letter, but it's fine. Just copy and paste it into your browser, but it will be down below this teaching. And so, excuse me. And this is the template that I would love to see you posting in the group. Now, as the producer of the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Network, I have a free monthly networking call where I invite spiritual entrepreneurs with a movement to come together who want to build their YouTube channel and their YouTube podcast, because YouTube actually has a podcasting tab, if you didn't know, so that you can record your video. Not if you don't want to be visible on camera, then you're kind of like, oh, if you're okay with being visible on camera, you want to learn to, then you can record your video as your YouTube interview and then strip out the audio. So you've got like two ways, and then use Temi as I mentioned, and do your transcripts for your show notes. So I just really love the process of this. Yes, at one point, we just used to focus on podcast or YouTube, and so we want to do YouTube videos to build our author platform that support our book. And I've got my book on the template, and actually record videos. A lot of people believe that we just sit on YouTube as spiritual YouTubers. We just sit on YouTube and, focus on posting loads of videos every one a week. It used to be said, I don't know if that's a recommended now, one a week, 52 a year. And hope and pray that the algorithm is going to help our video go viral. There's a lot of YouTubers that do not know how to monetize their calling, they don't know how to monetize their channel. There's a lot of authors that don't know how to monetize their book, their author platform. There's a lot of coaches, teachers that are building online courses and they don't have anyone to enroll in the courses, and they spent months and years probably creating it. There's a lot, right? And I wanted to do something different, and I wanted to teach you how to market. Because at the end of the day, we know that if we don't share our message, and that's why I called it movement marketing, because when we've got a movement inside of us, nothing can hold us back. I know for my movement, and I've shared throughout this week, if you've seen what I've been talking about and what I've been sharing on my mind map, that launching, leading, and leaving my soul legacy is like breathing to me, because I am so in tune with my movement. Launching, leading, and leaving my soul legacy and doing it with ease, grace, and flow is something that's so important to me. And I dedicate my work to my son, who made his transition 8 years ago. And so for me, showing up, I say, speaking out and serving deep, that's why I've always got my dress on. I wore this at his service. For me, it's about helping other people to leave their legacy before their time is up on this earthly plane, and us together as a collective improving the health and well-being, the mental health and well-being of our nation and our future generation. And so that for me is something that I find incredibly inspiring and motivating for me every single day. So I actually want to shout about my work. I actually want to get it out there, and hopefully you'll want to get your work out there as well. So this is the one-page plan, and what I am going to say is I have teachings again, tasks, and the talks, which I'd mentioned. And so I've been sharing about this media kit, and I've been sharing about this MMMK pitch template, which I have for my students in the Soul Legacy Launch Blueprint, Author and Authority Media Program and Mastermind. And so I have this resource and this template to support you. And in step 4 of my Soul Legacy Launch Blueprint program, I talk about creating joint vision partnerships. Like I say, I paid $2,000 to learn just this piece, and it's one step of my program. And so before we actually get ready to go out there and feature this template, just check to see what you've actually got ready in your business. So I teach a lot. I teach to when you're going out and you're getting featured, you're speaking to what I call your stat. My stat is called Sarah Jane. And so that's like a soul ideal client avatar. And I know you might be like, oh God, not that again. But unless you know who you're speaking to and who you're serving, I really make a stand for this. Knowing who you're serving, knowing who you're speaking to, and actually going about the business of doing that. So I have a one-page plan, and this is step 2 of that plan. And oftentimes people, and when I was getting, they called it JV ready, um, we were taught to create a program, etc., blah, blah, blah. But we also were taught to prove that program. Yes, enroll people before you actually create it, but actually prove it. And there's a lot of spiritual entrepreneurs that I know that have invested hundreds and thousands, and I have, and they don't have a proven what I call a soul signature system, so that when they go out and they get featured, they can actually be rewarded and compensated for their time and energy and their gifts. And so I'm not saying go out there and get featured and don't have a strategy to actually earn, to build your spiritual business and to be a spiritual entrepreneur and to be a spiritual YouTuber and a soul guided influencer and a spiritual business owner, and actually get your services out there. I think there's a real big barrier to, we want to contribute, but we're not really receiving. And I've talked about this all week of my movement, having that light work and lifestyle balance and having more freedom in every single area of your life. And yes, we want to contribute, but we also want to receive financial freedom, because this is our job. This is the time that we spend every single day. And so my one-page plan that I talk about, this is stage 2, like I say. And stage 1, and I want to make this super, super clear. Stage 1 is busting your chops. And actually, I don't even know where it is. Stage 1 is busting your chops and actually going out there and reaching out and building your audience. Again, when you are being featured anywhere online, magazines, article, when you're going out there and you're pitching to an editor, they say pitching to an editor, to somebody else's Facebook group, or to a podcast, people then look you up, and they will look you up on your social media. They will see how many followers you've got, subscribers. You're required to actually let people know like what your following is, what it's about. So I teach you also to clear up that, and they will expect you to promote as well, like cross promote. So it isn't a space to just say this isn't the strategy for going out there and just taking and saying, well, I want to get featured on your show, but I don't want to give you anything in return. I'm not willing to build my own audience. So this is growing your audience, but it's also you growing your audience yourself, so that you can promote that show as well. I think that's fair energy exchange. And also to create a program, because if other people are promoting you, what I got taught was to share an affiliate commission. And some people freak out about affiliate commissions, and I'll talk about that. And I talk about it and teach it in my program, to offer a 50% commission. And I think um, it's a beautiful dance, but we don't want to offer a 50% commission on our actual time. We want to offer that 50% commission in a way that I teach to offer that like 50% for your boot camp, a 12-week boot camp or something like that. Um, you have other income streams, passive income streams, and that can be one of them. And if you're offering a 50% commission, it's better to have 50% of something rather than 50% of nothing. So if you don't go out and get featured and share your gifts, and other people are sharing you with their bigger audience than what you've got, I think it's just really, I think it's a really nice way to say thank you. And I think it's a really nice way to say thank you to the universe. So in order to get to this stage, you'll need to build your program, and you'll need to promote yourself, and you'll need to be comfortable with actually reaching out. And one of the ways that I do that is to grow a group and then have a monthly call with my tribe, actually connecting them and networking, etc., and then offering them my services. You can do that however you like in the beginning stages. I do say reaching out one person at a time and making a difference, and having what I call a call to conversation. You want to have conversations with people so that you know what it is that you're doing and what it is that you're offering, and using the language of the people that you serve when you go out and get featured. There's a lot of intricacies, there's a lot of work that goes into when you see one. Yesterday, I think it was, that I shared on the radio radio guest list. The lady had worked with Jack Canfield and Bob Proctor, etc., the late Bob Proctor, and she had been featured everywhere, and she'd got whatever it was, and that looks amazing. However, that wouldn't have happened overnight, and it doesn't happen without hard work, and it doesn't happen without honing your craft. So that's what I want to say about that. This group is for the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Network. It's YouTube Podcasters Partnerships for Spiritual Entrepreneurs with the Movement. That is where I want you to post your homework. Excuse me. And this is the, no, it's not. No, it's not the group either. Hang on. This is the group. And so I've gone live in that group. So this is where I am. And what I have done today is share where you'll share your homework. If you want to feature as a self-guided influencer, post in the group, but also post your media kit under there. My media kit is under there. The template is under there. And then come to the monthly call so you can connect. I'm holding space for you to do this and to share your media kit. I think it's just a beautiful way to, and if you are a host, so you know, we'll have some people that are in there that are new, some people that are in there that are more advanced. When I had the Spiritual Businesswoman Network, there was only, out of 1,200 members, there was only one person who was ready with their podcast, who took quite a while to kind of grow it. She was booked out for like a month in advance with guests from our community. And I'm like, yeah, you know, I want to find places to connect. That's one of the things I'm really good at, is connecting people where I see that they have a joint vision, is connecting. And so that space is for you guys to connect. So, you know, I want to see that you're connecting with integrity. There's many people out there that want a quick fix, want a shortcut. And when I was doing my, it's 2112, yeah. When I was doing my the #1 Divine Intervention virtual event, the summit, when I had 49 speakers and I did like 100 interviews almost, in a short space of time, it was that, like, there was a lot of things that go on in the industry that is out of integrity, and that's why I wanted to build my own community, and that's why I want to connect. And I want to see this. There was somebody talking earlier, Brenda, actually talking about the integrity in the industry and how people end up coming to her because they've been jaded and they've paid like 25 grand for a coach, remortgaged the house and stuff, and not got what that person has promised. And I do believe it's because people are saying, well, buy my stuff and buy a big ticket program, and then not really serving people. And I think it's because people don't do the work initially to get the result themselves, walk their own talk, and then, you know, have people build their program from that. I don't think there's enough people saying, you know, hey, do the things that you ask other people to do, prove it, and then put yourself out there, right? And so that's what I do, and that's what I stand for. So let me share my mind map with you. I'll make this a little bit bigger because I don't think you can see it. So we are on day 7. If you've missed the rest of the days, then go back. We talked about what is a movement marketing media kit, what is an author platform, what is an authority platform, how do you share your spiritual awakening story, what are interview topics and titles, and I think that was it. And yeah, I remembered them all. And then we are on this last day that pulls everything together. So the joint vision partner MMMK pitch template, again with the Trello. Where's the Trello board? Oh, did I open it or leave it? Oh, here it is. With the Trello board, I was mentioning through the week, my computer, my Mac goes dark when it's dark. I don't, this is saying. So what I was saying is like how I'm building, and what I will be doing is putting, so this is, you might not be able to see it. So these are social media groups. So I've got the Trello board, so you can have a copy of this. Hopefully you should be able to make your own copy and edit that. So I was saying about, spiritual lists of spiritual YouTube channels, spiritual podcasts, and then me reaching out and trying to get this list, and I'll share that what actually happened. And when I get my own list in my own database, I will update. That's podcast, YouTube, television, radio, articles, magazines, some TED Talks, etc. So when you guys get, or wherever you've been featured, we can share it and we can collaborate on this database. And I think it's really, really nice. And if you have a book inside of you, we have a book club. For you to launch. I launched my book, and we'll launch the co-author book series on the 6th of May. Annually. So in order, when I've got enough co-authors to launch that, so I'm putting that out there. So if you want to be a co-author, email my voice, email submissions at soullegacyacademy.com. But if so, that when you want to put that you're an author on your media kit, you can put our book on there as well. Shut down as I go. Look, I'm going to shut down the Facebook group. I knew it was going to come. That's not where I want to go first. So let me share this as well while I'm on the point. So I mentioned me requesting for spiritual entrepreneurs podcasts for this particular site, and them saying it's £1 per lead. So to share 150 podcasts, it's $150 US dollars. 300 podcasts, not quite $1 per lead. It's $250. And then I got an email today, 4 hours ago, that said for 300 it'll be 150. So that's like 50 cents instead, and that offer will last at blah, blah, blah. But I remember some teaching that I went on before, and they said, people from, like, you can outsource it. And I'm like, yeah, because I don't really want to sit and do that, but I will if I need to. Anyway, I found this guy, typed it into Fiverr, because Fiverr's amazing, and I do build up like resources on people that I work with on Fiverr if they're any good. So I have a book cover guy. So if you want a book cover or what have you, then, and I have somebody that did my journal as well. And so this guy is now doing the works. I actually ordered this gig so just earlier, and it says, I will find a podcast show for you to be a guest on, 15 podcasts for $4.95. And then he goes into 50 podcasts and then into 100 podcasts. I actually did 50. Don't need 100 because I can't do 100 right now. And then I'm going to work through that. So as I do that, I will ask the host if I can put them in the directory. And so I will do that for us. And I think, and as I go again, and as you guys come in, I'm not the only source. So I've got that in the works. I think that is pretty cool. I don't want to do that because it's going to go onto StreamYard. What else was I going to do? I think that was it for now. So I thought that was really cool. Do you think that's really cool? I think that's really cool. Hang on. Let me go back to my map. So I wanted to show you that it sounds like, oh gosh, I'll be featured on podcasts. I've got to do all this research. I've got to take all this time. I like to save time for myself, and everything that I do, I pass on. I don't hold back. I teach it in my program. And by the way, that Trello board is not for everyone. It's for students, because I ain't that crazy. Like, for 100 and how many? For 300 podcasts, it was $250. My program is my boot camp, where I bonus in a page of my co-author program, is $555. So just think of the value, right? And then if you want to full pay and bring a buddy in, a soul accountability buddy, a SAB student, I actually, so you can pay $250 for that and everything else that I'm sharing. And I offer an affiliate commission, and I'll talk about affiliate commissions more so. I've just mentioned it. In order to really have someone want to promote you, not everybody's bothered about an affiliate commission. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is, don't expect something for nothing, and don't be someone that my voice goes out there and just takes. And you might not even realize that you're doing it. You might just think, well, of course they want to feature me. Well, I don't think you probably think that, but do you know what I mean? It's like, don't say that Iona Mead sent you to just go out and go, hey, will you feature me so I can get in front of your audience and your audience will know about me, and you don't want to offer value back, like that for me makes no sense. And the way that I teach you to build your spiritual business with in the Soul Legacy Academy and the Soul Legacy Launch Blueprint is to offer different price points so that you're taking care of that person's audience as a joint vision partner of whoever it is that you're reaching out to, meaning that their audience can afford the offerings that you have. You're not outpricing people. Mine is $55, right? But also, if somebody purchases my book, I'm gifting that. So for as little as $5.55 for the Kindle, they can also come into my world. I'm a big believer in not just being an author, positioning yourself as an author and saying, buy my book, buy my book, but actually taking people out of the book and into your soul work. And there's a lot of people that have challenges out there, free challenges, and I'm going to share a couple that I came across today, because I always come across whatever it is that I want to teach, those confirmations and those signs and that inspiration for the day. So I'll share those in a second. But I didn't want to create just a Facebook challenge, not even going to lie. I created a challenge that is at the core of my book, and I've shared it throughout this week. And you can get it on Amazon. Have a look, search Amazon on Iona Mead on Amazon, and you will see it. You'll see my co-author books as well, where I've collaborated in joint vision partnerships with in a book series. That's still a joint vision partnership. We still wanted to get to the readers and share our stories, right? So there's ways that this media kit is going to help you, excuse me, but you might not have all of the pieces. And I'm gifting you this free training, which was really for my co-authors, that I've taken it out to give you a taste of the work that I do to help you get clarity on what it is that you need. And if you've got all these pieces, then great. And you've just not pulled them together, fantastic. If you want to do it in conjunction with my 5-day spiritual YouTubers challenge, brilliant. If you want to sign up for the bootcamp and become a co-author, amazing. You want to go into the mastermind and I help you actually write and birth your book and do all the things and go on retreat, amazing. But this is, for me, it's education marketing. And I love it, and I do it, and I will do it annually. And now I will set like where I want to be featured. I've put that in motion with getting 50 spiritual entrepreneur podcasts, because I support spiritual entrepreneurs with a movement. Your podcast might not even be for spiritual entrepreneurs. That list might not even help you at all, but a resource to go and get podcasts, right, in your niche. Whether you want to pay for the first one or you want to pay for a Fiverr guy or Fiverr woman, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, so you don't have to do all of the things. And know that when I talk about let's contribute, let's receive financial freedom, when you receive that financial freedom, then you can invest, and you can invest in Amazon ads and YouTube ads. And so if you don't have the money to invest in ads at the beginning, when you're starting out and you're scrappy, I personally came offline for the last year, and I was fostering 3 children under 5, my great niece and nephews, twins, and at 4 they had their 5th birthday with me, and a 2-year-old who had his 3rd birthday with me. And so my income came from fostering. I was compensated for that. I paused my business. So this is me starting out with the tools. I started out with my spiritual business vision board challenge for life and work balance, because I didn't have that balance. I actually was burnt out. And then I'm doing my movement marketing media kit challenge to set my plan for the next 12 months and beyond, right? And so I can teach that as I do it. I've done it before. I've shared that I've done it for years. And so you can teach what it is that you do. You don't have to be all the way there, but you do have to have had some results in order to share and to feel good about sharing on other people's podcasts. There's a lot of people that think that they have to know like more than what they know. And I just say start from where you are and be transparent about where you are. And so hopefully this will resonate with you and you will come to the monthly call and I can help you in connecting with soul family. I remember when I had the Spiritual Businesswoman Network. It was amazing. And people, the members of there are still, many of them are still connected. I'm not connected to everyone. Many of them are still connected. And somebody was saying that they, some of them have built, like when I was on pause, built, part of a different network and different things like that. And I love that. And that's amazing. That's fantastic. When you create your movement, it kind of has a life of its own. And I think that's just a really beautiful approach. So Sasha Sabbath, I have been talking about like all week. She's inspiration. And I really wish there were more people like Sasha Sabbath. I'm setting this out to the universe. My intention is to reach more spiritual entrepreneurs, people that actually have a business, not even want to be in business, who are in business, have a business, know their value, and actually want to go and get featured. I can help you transition from working one to one to many. And there's a lot of people that only work with people that are in fully fledged in business, and they do that because it's harder to get those who are not in business, who don't have any clients at all, out there and into the marketing world, because often there's a lot of resistance around it. But I say, as long as you've got a business and you've done some work, then we'll pull that momentum, and I'll share with you, how to reach more of your soul tribe and how to hone that in. If you're not like into working hard, but effortless, like you're not into doing the actual work day to day, and you haven't got that spare and free time to do that work, then I'm not the lady for you. Like, that's not the tribe. Like, over the years, I've worked with many, many people, and I've honed that down now even more so. I'm like, I want to be with the people who want to live intentionally. And I actually give my calendar, my calendar, and teach you how to create that life work balance so that you can carve out that time. And many people that work with me they say, oh my gosh, like it's opened up more time, or I can plan my day, my 24 hours, so that it's people that are wanting to get this. Takes time. Anyone that's worked with me will say it takes time, and it does, but we don't have to do everything at once. So Sasha, once she got this down, she did the interview topics. Let me share Sasha's portfolio, because by the end of here, this is what I want you to have, your own portfolio. And so Sasha had her appearances. I want you to have your list of appearances. So I'm listing out mine, so that when I do my portfolio, and I'm not saying I'm going to be able to feature on all 50 of those podcasts. Some of them might say, absolutely not, Iona, you're not a fit for me. But I'm sure 1 or 2 or 10 or 20, I don't know how many. I'll let you know next year, right? When I update you. But I want to put together a portfolio and really add my value in the world. And this is taking forever to load. I can see that it's fine. But Sasha had this portfolio and was reaching out and being professional about actually doing the work. But once she'd done this, she got her assistant to add to this. It's a document, right? It's just a document with title, a link, and some dates. Like, how amazing is that? There's summits on there. There's loads of different places that Sasha had featured. Summits were really big at one point. A lot of them are summits, actually. But there's radio and TV and hangout appearances. It was way back in the day of hangouts, right? Just saying, it's just so beautiful, and it's still relevant. And I'm going to share with you teaching of why it's still relevant, and how this is going to help you. So let me just share this with you. This was Sasha emailed me, and with all of her stuff. And then I didn't see the email. And then she DM'd me. And again, this was my big money boot camp. It was step 4 when I was talking about joint vision partners. And when I shared about creating joint vision partnerships, everybody was like, oh, because it sounded so different and felt so different than what are they called? Joint venture partnerships. So this is not my training now. It is and it isn't. So this was step 4, week 7, the training tribe attraction partners. Now I say soul tribe attraction partners. And now I have the my soul signature system, the soul legacy launch blueprint. Before it was the big money bootcamp purpose profit system. This was 2015, y'all. So I've been doing this for a long time. I did my beta, I did my pilot program, and I've taught it one-on-one. I came offline after my son passed, and I came back online, and I've been teaching it, and I'm revamping my bootcamp. So this is in my bootcamp in the right order. So this is the way that I teach as well. To do your program, I had slides. I did 6 steps over 12 weeks, just to give you like the heads up. It's not as hard as what people make it out. And then I did Q&A. So that's how I started. I did one-on-one, because I did one-on-one sessions to enroll into the bootcamp. And it was 2K at the time, and I was offering it for 1K. And you'll know that if you have an offering that's over a certain price point, you'll end up getting on the phone, because like, would you want to just give out like grands and grands? You wouldn't. You get on the phone and you enroll. So that's how I did it. I enrolled one-on-one, but on a one-on-one session, but into a group program. And that's what I did when I was first enrolling my co-authors into the co-authorship program. I did enrollment calls into the program, and I say getting on conversations that serve. So I like to offer those conversations, and because I offered those conversations, when it came to me doing my program, I said to everyone, right, these are the steps that we're going to take. Go out and offer your sessions and enroll people into your program. And they were like, what? So because they didn't know, but they'd all had sessions from me and they found it of value, I'm going to share a session that I've done recently, or a testimonial for a session that I've done recently. They were like, oh, and I shared that with them. So I teach you how to do that as well. Enroll through one-on-one sessions into a group program. And the lady that I'm going to show you the testimonial from, a recent one, is she said, oh my gosh, like doing a group program, I thought that I'd have to do like one-on-ones for years until I'd be ready to do a group program. And I didn't start like that. I'd done some, but not many. So I had Q&A. That's why I teach it. Teachings and Q&A, right? So this is what you learn, blah, 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 blah. But what I'm going to find is, see, joint venture, joint vision partnerships. What's that, 8 years ago? And I mentioned Dana yesterday, because I taught my students to get ready to feature in the media, and Dana featured on my summit. Summits were big back then. I've got my YouTube summit now. So what I taught back then, and I teach still now, and you've seen that I'm doing it still. I went to Fiverr and I've got a JV. I call it a STAP 100 hit list now. Joint vision partner, tribe attraction partners. So I could say joint vision, soul tribe attraction partners, 100 hit list. So this is an easier way. I mean, you can go out and maybe, I don't know if with Fiverr, whether they'll get blog owners details. I'm sure they can. Facebook group owners, YouTube, I'm going to ask for that as well, because I'm doing my summit. So I don't have to, I can spend like $20 or whatever it is and have somebody do that list for me. And I can have an assistant go into my inbox and email those out for me if I wanted to. I won't, because I'll share with you what it looks like when somebody does that. I want to make it personal. I'm going to share it with you. But anyway, so I had all of my guests on there on the Dive Social Summit. It was lit. There's me featuring in a Joint Vision partnership, 31 days of business wisdom. And I was sharing on day 3, a purpose that profits online. That was a purpose profit system that led into Purpose Profits webinar. And I'm sharing this because you might not know the process behind the scenes. There is a lot. So when interviews work though, right? So when you see interviews on podcast, radio, blah, 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 these people have their stuff together, and the host does the research on the guest. Every single guest that I interviewed, I went through their stuff. I went through their freebie that they were giving, and I used it as a talking point on my interview, right? So reaching out by email, and to schedule a chat, blah, blah, blah. So, so you need your bio, you pick your name, title, tagline, and affiliate. So it's still the same thing: intro, sentence, topic, interview questions. And if the affiliate commission setup back then was on WordPress, it was wonky. I wouldn't say it was wonky. It was just a lot of places. Now I use Thinkific because they have like all the stuff. Don't need to lead page. I just use Thinkific, to be fair, and Easy Webinar and a pretty link, all those stuff. Right. I'm getting to the point where I get Sasha's. Okay. So this email or this message, this DM, actually, it was an email as well, but I didn't see the email, is not in the right order. But I have redone my slides and stuff for my bootcamp, and I put them in the right order. So I do have them in the right order, but at the time I have Ellen dyslexia. I didn't make a coffee, but it's cold coffee. I'm just gonna have a sip. All right, so it said, "Good morning, dear Iona." So she personalized the intro, and what I did was actually break down the pieces, and I'll break it down in the bootcamp. I'm not going to break it all down here because, I don't want to go into mass detail. But she says, Sasa says, "I'm following up on an email that I sent to you at your support email address. Back then it was support. Now it is team@soullegacyacademy.com, right? And if you want to be a co-author, email submissions at soullegacyacademy.com." Right. She said, "I've written the following to you that I've copied and pasted below. How efficient. Being from New York, I find myself being thorough." Now, that is my kind of person. I was so impressed and blown away. I'm still talking about her 8 years on. Right. I'm just saying. I see that you have name as part of your beautiful family of friends, my family of friends on Facebook. So, as I mentioned throughout this week, as hosts, get to know hosts. And I believe one of those people was probably Brenda. Brenda was hosting. We saw that Brenda has her TV show. When you have hosts, and we're the one that are featuring, we tend to collaborate. And then when you're reaching out, we can refer. And so when people say, "Oh, do you know of anyone?" It's like, yeah. And that's what I want to do with the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Network. So she says, "I was interviewed by name last year and will be interviewed by X blah 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 this month. This is a sneak preview to the message to you. If you would like to chat sometime today, I have openings this afternoon at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I look forward to connecting with you." I don't think it was all in that order, but you get the gist. Excuse me. So this is my Dive Social Summit, and I wasn't expecting people. I reached out to a lot of people. Like I said, I used the community I paid $2,000 for and their idea was getting you ready to go out and feature and collaborate with anyone. So she says, "Congratulations on producing such a high energy, visually classy social summit." So it was called a social summit because I wanted it to be on the social platforms. We did not have streaming like this. We were simulcasting whatever it was called back then. It was Hangout. It was Virginia Parsons, who I mentioned it yesterday. We were all over the place. Like, Virginia was like, I didn't even know how to get into the rooms that she was sharing on Blab. Blab doesn't even exist. Then Periscope came on the scene. That doesn't even exist anymore. I have gone through the different times. And so Sasha's saying that, what I was producing, it was definitely ahead of its time. She says, "Your online presentation is fabulous, current, clear, compelling, and beautifully connected with all the themes," right? She said, "I'm writing to ask you to consider including me in the mission of this project as part of your expert presenter family." So when you're actually reaching out, like when I get the list of spiritual entrepreneur podcasts, I will actually listen to their episodes. And I will actually do my own research, and I will actually only reach out if I feel like I can add value. And I will actually take in mind how they do present and how their show runs. This is not like a quick fix. Like, I listen to podcasts and watch YouTube anyway. So I'm going to listen to their episodes, the people that I want to get featured, and just reach out one at a time, one at a time, one at a time. Do you know what I mean? And see what on the gap is for their show. Right, here are my interview questions. would this be, you know what I'm saying? So as a sole purpose expert, spiritual business development mentor, this has gone on longer than what I thought it would, but hopefully you'll find it of value. Let me know. Healer, intuition instructor. I think that you might be excited as I am to see our alignment for this project. I fully get your message and intended for your summit. Exactly. She's just gold. I wanted to offer that we arrange a time on video for us to chat, right? I was doing a video summit on Hangouts. It didn't start off that way though. I am sure that we will find much to share about each other's lives past that has brought us to now in our epic times. Attached is a list of some interviews, TV, radios, where I recently interviewed. The themes of these venues centered around intuition, soul, purpose mastery, spiritual, business, success, strategy, strategies and monetizing one's passion. The summit addresses each of these vitally important components for entrepreneur success in our current dynamic times. So even if you don't have like lots of features and stuff, you can still say what it is that you share. And if you are going to position yourself as an author, you can still bring in your books, right? And even if you haven't written your book, as I teach how to write your book in my mastermind in the Soul Legacy Launch Blueprint, you can launch your book on pre-order and give a free chapter away. I give free chapters away, but do you know what I mean? So you don't have to have written your whole book to be positioned as an author. You will be able to get a sense from the attached list of my soul signature talk topics, as well as the caliber of online events in which I've been blessed to participate. So she's got a lot of backgrounds, and so she wouldn't have done it first. She had to do her first one. So no matter where you are, you can start. Like, because if you don't start, you'll never have it. Like, I'm just saying. So my assistant has not yet added my upcoming March summit appearances to the list. I just wanted to send this off to you rather than wait for her to get to that project. Blah, 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 blah. And that's the rest of my program. Right? So was that helpful? Hopefully that was helpful. So be a guest email. This is from a paid PR agency, right? And so this is why I say that we want to do it ourselves. I don't think I can actually see all of that writing. It's tiny, but I'll do my best to read the gist of it for you so that you know what people are actually putting out there. So it says, hey, Lona. My name is Iona, but some people do spell it with an L because I'm not sure. Mary Ellen Lucas PR team here. So they're announcing that she's got a PR team. You might think that it like looks really great, but most people say, I don't want your PR team reaching out to me. I want you to reach out to me personally. I want you to care. So I can then hire someone to get those contacts to save that for me. And I could get my assistant to then and then it's done. And you can, if you want to. I like my energy to be in my stuff. I'm never too busy because you just don't know what's going to happen with that partnership. Again, Sasha, this is 8 years on, I'm talking about her. We represent Mary Ellen, the distributor of, and there's a space there. So I don't know what that was. And I don't know where they even got my stuff. I'm not even sure why I didn't invite this in. I think it was probably from my YouTube channel, and are excited to reach out to you today. We're reaching out to you today because, one, we love your podcast at the Soul Legacy TV, and they've copied and pasted that in. Do you see that? Oh, so that's how they've got it. And two, because we feel Mary Ellen would be an amazing contributor to your speaker lineup for the podcast. So if you've seen my YouTube channel, you'll know that I actually just put up there the outline for the summit and the speakers. I hadn't actually interviewed anyone in this summit as yet because it's season 1 in October. This is done on the 3rd week in September. And this was, I have no one, this was January last year, right? Before I was fostering. Yeah. So she wants to be in my lineup. So yeah. So Mary Ellen Lucas is known throughout the world as a controversial and motivational speaker. She she left the public eye in 1998 in fulfillment of God's directives. She emerges now as the foundress of, I can't read that. Based on the interest level of your audience, she can introduce them to new age thinking such as Jesus indicates something. Plus, Mary Ellen has a large audience of her own that she would love to share your podcast with, making it a triple win for everyone involved. That's really good. That's really cool. This is why you want to share, you want to build your own audience, like one person at a time. And the way that I do that is invite people into the group. I came off Facebook because I was like, the meta. And I've come back on it to build that collective and that community, but off social media on a Zoom call, right? The vehicle, and from LinkedIn as well. The vehicle is getting on the call. I love getting on that networking call. It's a beautiful call. I'm yet to build it up again. But when we did it before, it was just amazing. So then they're attached the one pager, right? And so this was the one page media kit, right? So she's hired a whole PR team to do what I have just shared with you throughout this week. Can I get a thank you? I don't know. I really appreciate that. Because, and again, best-selling author Mary Ellen Lucas, you can do whatever media kit you want. I'm not saying just do mine, but she's got a book, As Seen On, being featured, right? In a time of such uncertainty, many turn to spirituality or religion to provide answers. However, the blah, 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 she will introduce your audience to, and then what they said, #1 on Amazon. So that's one example of a one-pager used for a promotions agency. Like, hello, I always get what I need to share it with you. And so this is why I got on my voice is going. Now, this one is like not cool at all. So they've emailed this out to a bunch of people and left all of the names that they've emailed it out to. I think this used to happen and you didn't really have a choice, but I think you do now. So it says, hello, my name is Trinity and I'm reaching out on behalf of Lily Allen, blah, 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 an international yoga meditation teacher. So watch how, if you hired someone, watch how people are reaching out, right? And I'm not inviting these people to reach out to me. They're just reaching out because they're doing the research and thinking, oh, that's fun, somebody to reach out. So maybe somebody gave them a list and I don't know. But this is interesting. I think I've got the second email to that. We recently discovered you and your podcast, and I'm hoping that we have current podcasts, and I'm going to make sure that guy has current people. So I'm remembering. And we recently discovered you and your podcast and love what you're doing. We noticed that your mission, yes, movement even, aligns closely with Lily's work, and it seems like you two would be definitely vibe together. Love the language though. With your podcast, steadfast focus on wellness. No, it doesn't. Like on spiritual awakening. We are wondering if you would be open to having Lily as a guest on your show. Of course, she would be happy to promote your podcast and share your episode to her social media channels at the Wild Yoga Tribe community. I should have I'm actually probably going to reach out to her myself. Definitely. But I hadn't at the time. And so, but it's not on wellness. It can include wellness, but you know what I mean. Who is Lily? Lily is an international meditation teacher. Did I reach out? I'm not sure. She helps overwhelmed individuals reduce their emotional overload, find balance, breath, blah, blah, blah. And so when I teach you about finding a high pain problem and a high pain solution, they're sharing that, who she works with and why you should work with her, who she serves and how. Does that make sense? Her journey has led her to blah, blah, blah. Here's a media kit. So this is what I'm giving away. You're welcome to you for free. And people are paying like agencies. And then somebody, so if I would have, whoever's gonna respond, the other people are going to see this. Thanks for reaching out, but I've not recorded a new podcast in 3.5 years. Hello. When I pay for this list, needs to be a current list, and I'm going to make sure of that. Actually, that is one of the things I'm going to go and say any minute now. Anyway, Lillian. So this is a one-page media kit again. Certifications, contact. Who is Lily? What is the yoga tribe? Potential interview topics. Lovely, right? That's like paying someone to do those things, which is fantastic. Excuse me, but doing it yourself is even better. So this is that was being a guest. This is host speaking emails. And I hadn't reached out to any of them. They're just popping into my inbox. So trauma to triumph, right? How to turn breakdown into breakthrough self-love. Oh gosh, I don't know if I can read this, but hi, Iona. I am fascinated by your work. I like this one, which aligns with my passion and internal work and growth. What you present resonates with me regards to helping people improve their life. I found you through a lot of research. I'd love to feature you as a speaker for the virtual series and that I have coming up in March. It was 2021. And I think it would be amazing fit for your audience. This series is called Trauma to Triumph, How to Turn Your Breakdown into Breakthrough Self-Love and Live Life on Your Own Terms. I'm going to interview 21 experts, including yourself. Slip that in there. In the field of personal, I didn't actually go out and do this because I was doing other stuff. And transformation. The purpose of the series is bringing awareness into self-development, personal development, etc., etc. I think I cut off the email. Hang on. Self-development work and personal transformation, because people ask, what do you want to share? What do you want me to share? Series will have over 100,000 people invited to hear your interview. So that means that this host has got speakers, the 21 speakers, and asked them what their audience size is. So say that I have 2,000 people on Facebook, right? Just because I have those people, it's not going to reach that many people. We inflate our numbers. Like I'm just saying, we do. But if you grow a group and you grow a network and they're interested in what you do, you can share it, right? So the series, blah, 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 all interviews will be recorded via Zoom to make it easy. Let's connect. Count me in. So I think that was it. Hang on. And I will come to you. I can see there's a couple of people on. Leave a comment. That'd be great. It's a Trauma to Triumph series, so we could have a chat. I didn't have a chat because I was doing other stuff. But this is people paying PR. And then this is the last example of someone DMing me. Says, hi, Iona, Happy New Year. Hope you're doing great. I ran across your profile and wanted to reach out to see if you'd be interested in being interviewed. So again, once you host something, people start to come to you. Initially, you want to reach out, and then people will come to you. My friend is looking for guests for their show. And again, just reach out yourself. Don't be weird. See, Sasha's like set the standard. Looking for a show. After checking out your profile, I wanted to reach out to see if you think being on the show would be a good fit for you. Would you like me to tell you more about this? Would you like me to share more about this with you? I think it's weird to do that for a friend. I just think it's either your friend or your assistant. It's just a bit weird. I appreciate it though. And again, what I teach is to clear up your profile for your LinkedIn, all your social medias, because when people go and they look at your profile, unless it's clean and it's speaking directly to people, I've shared that, I've had someone, I've gone in the suggested search and they've reached out to me and said, I think you can help me. I think you can be my coach. Like, it's just really beautiful. So we've got the SBYN monthly call for Soul Guided Influencers. This is the link. I schedule out my business for 7 years at a time. So what's today's testimonials there? Huh? Schedule in, right? For the monthly call. You can schedule in at any month's call, right? And there's more times. So that we can come together and co-create and connect and collaborate and cross-promote, right? Can I get an amen? All right, I can't play that actually. Oh, I can't play. It won't actually go through the speakers. That is a pain. So I don't think it will. Hang on. So Sydney gave me I dropped because it didn't want me to do that. I have got a bunch of testimonials. So check out Sydney's. If you go to my online calendar, you'll see it on there. How about that? So Sydney had given me a testimonial for, let me come off here, for the call for, and Sydney's a co-author in the co-author book series, and she was before, and when I paused, she was patient, and then she's going to come back into the program. That is my hope anyway. It's not completely confirmed yet, but I think so. So Sydney and I had a call, and I did my one-on-one co-author enrollment calls. I did my YouTube challenges. I did all the things that basically I say on my one-page plan. And then I offered a call into my co-author enrollment series. And because I came back online and I've been, starting the way that I share with you to start from scratch, being a bit scrappy, I actually did a couple of bank 50K in 50 days calls. And I love doing the one-on-one. It's not a model that I say do forever. But when you want to connect, and again, when your program is whatever it is, however much it is, you want to get on those calls. I do have free levels. So when I'm getting on a call, I'm getting an energy exchange of a testimonial, or I've got a $55 call, a $555, and a $5,555. Right now, I actually, for the season 1, I'm really excited about it. For the season 1 of the co-author book series, and to celebrate my 50th year, I was 50 last month, I've got an amazing offer on. And if you want to know about that offer for my mastermind, I had someone sign up the other day, and they said, who was a co-author before, and she's a co-author again now because she signed up, and she signed up for the mastermind, and she said, I can't find the link to the mastermind. I said, that's because it's not on my Soul Legacy Academy in full view. It's not. I don't invite everyone to that. I did before because I thought, I'll get on a call, and people will be so much co-authors, and they filled out an intake form and all the things. Turns out that they were not. And so I am being very, 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 very specific on the people that I want to invite to this. Very specific, meaning that you're going to need to be in business. I'm going to look over your business, and you're going to need to be a spiritual entrepreneur. And I wouldn't even say that a wider, broader audience suits me right now, because as an entrepreneur, you know that your main job is solving a problem. As an entrepreneur, you're going to have a movement inside of you as a spiritual entrepreneur. So that's why I reached out to get a list of spiritual entrepreneurs. We have service-based business owners, spiritual business owners. That's fantastic. But as an entrepreneur, I want to have passive income streams. As an entrepreneur, I want to have leverage. As an entrepreneur, I want to have this offer, that offer. And my model suits a spiritual entrepreneur. So I'm going to be talking about that really specifically. As light workers, as we do our work out in the world, there's not everybody that's in alignment with marketing, and I get that. But when you don't want to market your business, you don't want to shout about it, you don't want to be visible, you don't really want to be in business, you've just got all these gifts that you say that are amazing, that you can transform the whole entire world and whole entire planet, but they won't know about you because you're not in alignment with marketing. It's like, I don't have time for that. If that's the case, I don't get to do my work in the world. I love witnessing breakthroughs. And so I work with some really, really amazing people, and I've worked with some amazing people, and all of the people in the SBYN, in the Spiritual Businesswoman Network, were amazing. However, when you're not in alignment with getting your gifts out there, or you are procrastinating, or you are in resistance, or you have a fear of failure, fear of success, and fear of selling, I can support you in it and hold space. But if you're actually going to let that hold you back, I can't do your work for you. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, like, if you want to be, you just make it, for me anyway, I just make my soul wide bigger than my fear. All right, so let me see. Oh, so that's my media talk. So this lady, I was saying that she posted a challenge a couple of days ago. I only came across it earlier. So she said, I hope you join us. I'm like, yes, I'm on my computer, not my phone. Otherwise, I'd post a dance emoji. I said, I'm in. Yay. I've got to post a dance emoji for Brenda. That is funny. Have I got a dance emoji? It's like mic drop. Oh, I can't even do it. Oh, yeah, you can't do it unless you're on your phone. You do a dance emoji. I'm going to do a dance emoji. Oh, yeah, anyway. So it's a take the stage, and I've just come across this. Take the stage free challenge. It's not my challenge, it's Brenda Altman's challenge. And I don't unless you do it today, like, you're gonna miss it, but she might do it again. I don't know. Hang on. So I came across that and I wanted to share it with you. Hang on. Where's the rest of her stuff? Okay. So Brenda is the host or co-host of the Start Selling Summit, which I mentioned that I will be featuring on. So Brenda posted in a Facebook group and I was like, oh, I want to be part of that. So this summit intake form for the summit is 2.0. So they did a summit before. Please do come and support us. And for the stopwriting start selling.com. And so this form, what you need is all the things to feature: your name, email address, business, your title, your bio, your headshot, your URL for your website, your presentation title, your description, your freebie. Would you like to contribute a VIP like gift that's valued at blah blah blah? Have you been featured in publications? Do you have an affiliate program? What's the size of your audience, right? The size of your social media audience. Where will you be promoting the summit? Because this isn't just a take. Like, I've been featured on this summit. Now, you've got to share it out. You see that people say in the emails with the PR agency, I will share it with my followers. So if you're not growing your following and expanding your reach every single day, reaching out, just friending, just connecting, then you're not going to have anyone to share it, and you're not going to have anybody engaged. And again, I've got to start. And I've said, I am new back online. This is where I'm at. We've planned to offer lives and Q&As, blah, blah, blah. Do you agree to blah, 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 blah. Isn't that beautiful? And then, and I'm ready. I was ready. I was like, here's my stuff, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to do a presentation, and you can have that. So things, and I've dropped off again to do all of those things, right? So, are you ready? Are you ready? Promo materials, guidelines, etc. Like, when you think, oh, I want to feature on a summit, I want to blah, blah, blah. Like, there's more to it behind the scenes. That's why I want to share it with you. Hang on, what do I want to share with you next? I think there was one last thing. Was that it? So my boot camp is here at the soullegacyacademy.com. If you want to be a co-author, I'm going to start talking if I click that. Oh, no, that wasn't it. Like, let me go to the boot camp and make myself. Oh, you can't hear it anyway. So my boot camp is learning how to become a #1 best-selling author on see if I can. Yeah. All right. So I have the Soul Legacy Launch Blueprint, a soul-guided influencer 6-step bootcamp to align and automate your soul signature system online teaching platform to attract high-paying one-to-many soul clients on media every single day. That is why I'm doing the Movement Marketing Media Kit challenge for my students and gifting it to you. So it's time to align your movement, your message, and your money so that you can launch, lead, and leave your soul legacy with ease, grace, and flow by finally figuring out how to fearlessly build your author and authority platform with video fearlessly. Get in fearless receiving mode, and learn how to form joint vision partnerships to be public and published in articles, magazines, interviews, on podcasts, radio, summits, live stream TV, online collabs with integrity. Brand new 5-day fast, blah, 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 blah. So Sydney's testimonial is there on the site as well. I have other testimonials. We have the best-selling book launch, and I walk you through the 6 steps in my program. There's testimonials on there that you can have a look at. You get quite a lot in the program. It's not just a co-author book series, it's actually a whole business model. Everything that I share on the one-page plan, I share in here, okay? And step 4 is about creating joint vision partnerships, and all the things that I told you that you need to be ready, you do. So I got a 5-day challenge in my Facebook newsfeed, right? I was scrolling a little while. I said, don't scroll, be an observer. And I am an observer, but I found loads of beautiful quotes in my inbox. And I thought, oh, I really like them. So I shared them all over. So this guy had this Facebook ad to a 5-day challenge, 5 days out from his challenge, 5-day light workers path to prosperity challenge. Now we say Facebook is going to probably be a Facebook challenge. It might be streamed on YouTube as well because he's got a YouTube channel. Not sure why he always puts cloths over him or not. He's spiritual, but still. So one in a lifetime challenge. Blah 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 blah. What he shares. Day 1, success roadmap. Day 2, your message. Where did 3 go? 3, the blueprint. Day 4, viral content. Day 5, the secret. So you can do all of that. Like 5-day challenges work. It's beautiful. And then so it was a Facebook ad, then the email, you're in, and then onto his group. So I don't know if you know this guy or not, but 5-day challenges, YouTube, Facebook challenges, they work. People are still doing them. I wanted to do a self-study challenge. So I looked up this guy because I know him from his YouTube stuff. He's probably got my contact details or retargeted. I don't know. But look how many videos. I don't know how many videos he's got on his channel, but it's got his super amazing thumbnail and his background, whatever. But there's video after shorts, video. So he's doing a 5-day challenge. He's doing all of these videos, and he's doing Facebook ads as well. So when you think, oh, Iona, you're saying do a whatever that's called, do a YouTube channel, then do a challenge, and then do this, and then do ads. And I will be teaching YouTube ads and Amazon ads, not Facebook ads. Do you know what I mean? But this takes work. This isn't like he's got 1.8 million subscribers and still doing Facebook ads and still doing 5-day challenges. Like behind the scenes, you just think, oh, well, you're just sitting on YouTube building out your channel. But clearly that is not just the case. It's not. And so on my one-page plan, I talk about ads. It's just not true. Sometimes you think that you know what's happening, but it doesn't. So Brenda reached out to me after I had responded to her post, and she says, hey, I'm responding to your post. And she could see what I actually do from looking at my profile. I love that. This is the podcasting community by admin by Maria Humphreys. She says, if you blah, 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 blah. And she tags me in it to help with connecting with interviews. This group it's a public group. It's got 15,000 people in it for podcasting. There's a lot of podcasting groups over there. This is something that I want to be involved in, and we're trying to get it to be a really great source of support for you as well. So my group's smaller, and on that one-page plan, I don't know where my one-page plan is. On my one-page plan, I talk about using Facebook groups to have those connections with other hosts, or finding your soul tribe and reaching out, etc. So that is a wrap. Share your, hang on, share your, oh gosh, share your, there's me going live. Oh, my ears are, it's not what I wanted to do, because it'll start doing weird stuff. Where is in the group? Dum, da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. Can't find in my own group. No, I don't want to do a chat. Okay. So yeah, in the group, share your homework. All right. There I am live. Hello. Facebook sends it out to nobody. If you see this, share it. I can't click on it. Right. So, oh, somebody likes my video. Oh, thank you. Yay. So day 7, she liked my video. That's awesome. I love it. Thank you so much. So there I am in the group doing the thing. And so I will be reaching out to everyone in the group to get you guys on there. About 40 members have joined today because I started to invite, so we can actually get this stuff going. So I will redirect you guys back to this joint vision partnerships. Let's create joint vision partnerships that we're actually really super proud of, that we actually want to collaborate in lifelong partnerships. Like, there's too many people that are fickle, there's too many people that are fake, there's too many people that don't want to do the work, there's too many people out there that are saying one thing and doing another. And that's why I wanted to bring this space, and that's why I wanted to live intentionally, and that's why I want to contribute, and why I want to set us the Bank 50K in 50 Days challenge. That's why I want to, as we contribute, support us all in living a more intentional life. That is part of my movement, contributing, then focusing on your health and your emotions and your environment and your relationships and your spirituality and your financial freedom. And as I have been bouncing back from burnout through another spiritual awakening, I've been sharing that, and I'm about to do the 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast in October, just in a few days. I'm taking a little bit of a break as I do this and as I get other stuff ready. But the YouTube challenges versus Facebook challenges, that's where I'm focusing on now. I will be getting that ready for my boot campers and the masterminders. And again, this is work to put it together, but this is over, like, I don't know, since 2008-9 that I had started, is 2023. Like, when you see on the 1-page plan and you see, oh, there's a summit going on, or there's a podcast going on, or there's media kits going on, or there's a group going on, there's an online course going on, or there's a chat, or there's a book writing, like, there's no one out there that puts all the pieces together. Everybody focuses on one piece. They don't put it together the way that I put it together. But I was tired of not having all the things in one place that you need. And it can be overwhelming, and it's like, oh my gosh, she's doing a vision board challenge one week, and then not 1 week annually, and then she's doing like a movement marketing media kit challenge, and then she's doing like, you need it. Just need it. Lifestyle and light work balance. So I shall see you next September for this challenge again. Click and sign up for Q&A. So I can get your questions answered, and I will share all of the things in the mastermind, right, that I'm doing while I'm doing them, and while you launch, so that you can come and screen share, and you can get brainstorming, you can go out all those things. And again, yeah, come to the monthly call, come to the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Masterclass, and register for the Bank 50K in 50 Days challenge. Hello. That is in the group as well. It's on the soullegacyacademy.com as well. And the replay and the homework is Bank 50K in 50 Days, that challenge. And I love it because unless you are willing to contribute and receive the financial freedom for your getting your light work and your gifts out there, if you are not on that level of contribution and receiving, then I'm not the person for you. We want to match that. I'm not saying that you've got to be in alignment completely now, but actually wanting to be in alignment and actually wanting to make a difference in the world and actually wanting to have that life work balance and actually wanting to leave a legacy. Like, that's important to me, to support you in launching, leading, and leaving your soul legacy, and doing it with ease, grace, and flow, leaving a financial legacy, leaving that contribution legacy, doing all of those things. So if you know someone, a spiritual entrepreneur who has a movement inside of them, share the call with them, invite them to the call, sign up for the call and invite them to the call. It's a Zoom call where we come together, we co-create, we collaborate, and we cross-promote. There's breakout rooms. We'll have small breakout rooms so you can connect. I don't micromanage it. I just hold space for it. But I will say that you will need your media kit, whether it's my media kit or another media kit. Come on that call. I'm not saying you have to have it before you get on the call, but be planning on putting that together so that we can form joint vision partnerships with integrity, and I can put my name to your work and have form a collaboration with you as well. So as I do the Spiritual Awakening Annual YouTube Summit, you'll see me. And again, I'll share how this season is gone next year because I'll do it October through to April. But if you're in the mastermind, again, I'll share as I go and tweak it. Every time I teach something, I teach it, I put it out there, I walk my talk, and then I go, oh, that didn't work, that was a mistake. And what you'll notice is when people do launch, they have launches, everything doesn't go perfectly. They do share, oh, this is what I wish I had done more of, this is what I wish I hadn't done at all. Don't expect people to be perfect. You're not going to expect yourself to be perfect, but definitely do the thing every single day, build your audience, go out there, get clear on your movement, align your movement, your message, and your money. And I wish you all of the best. Thank you for being here with me for an entire week. If you have, and if you haven't, go back to day one and get the work done. Post it in the group for the YouTube Podcasters Partnerships so other people can see that you're in integrity, that you're actually not hiding behind closed doors. You're not so shy. You don't want to like lurk and not be visible, right? You actually want to reach the people that you're here to serve. If you're watching me, then the universe says it's time. So I love you and I shall speak to you soon. Big love. Take